Hello, my name is Miracle and welcome to my YouTube channel where I'll be posting analysis of my expectations on price, dollar, euro dollar, pound dollar, and even the gold. Do also subscribe to get notified as soon as videos are uploaded. Thank you. Okay, this is the weekly chart, the weekly time frame of the DXY dollar index, and from the annotation you can see we've closed below that pink level that is annotated on the chart. And closing below that pink level means we might be using that for an inversion level. That is, it may be used for a resistance for price to go lower towards the sell side liquidity, which is annotated on the chart as a pink line drawn. Mind you, this is a weekly chart, so price will be needing enough room for retracement up into the pink area before going down to that sell side liquidity as annotated in the chart. Well, just like we were talking about the DXY in the last video that I uploaded, how our expectations for price to, we'll go into that in the next chart. Let me not start that here. But looking at this now, I'm expecting to see what this week will do, but I'm seeing this is likely to be a bearish week. Okay, this is the daily time frame of that same DXY dollar index chart, and what we are seeing here is price has displaced below a low with speed, creating a fair value gap. You see that yellow box that is annotated above price, which is inside the pink area in that weekly level that I was talking about. My expectations for price is for price to go into that yellow shaded area, and from after going into that yellow shaded area, I don't want to see it close above it. Even if it close above it, I want it to the next day, the next candle should quickly come back bearish, should quickly go back down below it. That's my expectations for it. But looking at this now, I'm expecting price to be bearish. Price should go into the yellow area and quickly go below it. So I'm expecting price to go into it and quickly close, not spend much time in it. If you remember in the last video, I was talking of how I was expecting dollar to be bullish, but I wanted to see how it behaves above that 4 hours level I was talking about in the last video. If you've not watched that video, go and watch it. So if you can see how price respected that level that I was talking about, that 4 hours level in the other chart, but here now you can see it is a daily level. If you look at that orange level, the upper one, you see price was respecting it. Price did not close above it at any point. So I was expecting to see if price closed above it, which it did not do. That immediately cancelled my bullish expectation. So now we've seen how price have respected it and price went down. So this week, what I'm expecting to see, I'm expecting to see price going to the yellow box, the yellow shaded box, and from there I'm expecting to see it go down. If for any reason price goes into the yellow shaded box and closes above it, I'm going to watch to see what the next day is going to do. If the next day also closes above it, that will immediately cancel my bearish expectation. I'll start watching price to see what price is trying to tell me, because if price closes above it twice, that is going to be meaning something else to me, and I'll have to re-strategize and reanalyze price. So that's what my expectation for price this week is bearish. But first of all, I want it to go into that yellow box and do something for me to see. And the next video that I'm going to post in this week, I'm going to be going down into a 4 hours and possibly even a 15 minutes. But after price has gone into that yellow box, I want to see what it does inside that yellow box. Okay, this is a weekly chart of the pound dollar, and our expectation on the dollar is bearish, thereby since the pound dollar is inversely correlated with the dollar index, we'll be expecting bullishness here. Since we are expecting bearishness in the pound in the dollar, we'll be expecting bullishness in the pound dollar, because pound dollar and euro dollar are inversely correlated with dollar index. Whatever dollar index is doing, we're expecting the opposite in these two other assets class. So looking at this pound dollar now, I can see how the pink level below the price right now, the pink level that is annotated, the pink box, you can see how price went into it respected it by displacing bullishly, by displacing up. So now I'm expecting price to be bullish, to go towards the buy side annotated in this chart right now. I'm expecting bullishness on this chart. Okay, this is the daily time frame of that same pound dollar, and you can see that price has also created an inefficiency in this chart also. Now that yellow level, that's what I'll be expecting price to go into before displacing higher to go to our buy side. Now if price goes into that yellow level, I'm watching to see what it does. There's no 4 hours chart in this video I made, but if you see that the black box inside the pink one, if you see it, you can see how price respected that level with a wick, which was what we saw ahead in price, and that was said in the previous video. The previous video, I think the first video that was uploaded last week, it's in that video where we annotated the level. But at the time I was expecting to see how price closed below it and treat it as a resistance, but price used it as support instead. You can see how anytime you're trying to analyze price, it's always if this then that. If it doesn't behave like this, then I'm not going to do this. So price is just like ICT will say, is always an algorithm. It needs something to happen before another thing will happen. It's just like when you are imputing a command into system, it has to follow step by step. So since price did not close below that level, that was why we never continued with our short expectation. But in this chart right now, you can see how we are above a very important level. That yellow box below price right now, I want price to go into there and then displace bullishly. That's my expectation for price. Once price gets into that level, I'll be doing another video and I'll be saying what I'm expecting to see before knowing if I will stick to this bullish expectation or not. So by me saying right now that I'm bullish for the week doesn't mean that price cannot show me otherwise. If price shows me that it's not going to be bullish, I'm not going to fight it and say it must be bullish based on my expectation. I'm always watching to see what price is telling me and acting accordingly. Okay, this is the weekly chart for the euro dollar, and just like I said about pound dollar, anything the dollar is doing, you're expecting the opposite in both the pound dollar and the euro dollar. So since we are forecasting bearishness on the dollar index, it means we should also be expecting to see bullishness in euro dollar. So this is the weekly chart, and for my annotation here, you can see sell side has been taken and we are going for the buy side. Last week was bullish, the previous week was also bullish. So this week now we are also expecting bullishness. So this week I'm expecting bullishness. I'm waiting to see how Monday behaves. How Monday behaves will tell me what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the week, my expectation and everything. Okay, this is the daily chart of the euro dollar, and you can also see this chart also is having that, in this case is orange, that orange box where price has displaced, leaving an inefficiency. It is called buy side, and I'm expecting price to go into that orange box and from there displace to go to the buy side just above, then into the buy side that is inside the pink box above. So my expectation for this is I want to see it go down first, and then from down I want to see it go up. If price go to the immediate buy side, just that we are just very close to, without first going into the orange level, then I'll be waiting to see what will happen immediately it goes above the buy side we are very close to now. If price goes to it and does anything like a reversal, I'm going to expect it to, from that buy side, go into the orange level. So it can go to the orange level first before going to the buy side, or it can go to the buy side first and then go to the orange level. And there's also another case where it can go to the buy side and go to the higher one in the pink level without even going to the orange level. So you see how we are expecting price to behave. You forecast its behavior, and when it behaves in a manner that you are expecting, you can engage. Now, these are my expectations on price, and price can do something otherwise. Price can decide to do something that was not expected, was not planned for, and that's the risk involved with trading. So these are my expectations. They are not trade advice. These are my expectations. I'll be doing another video on Wednesday, and we'll be seeing from then what price has done and what we'll be expecting going forward. Do well to subscribe so that you get notified as soon as I upload analysis videos. On Wednesday, I'll be uploading another video on from where we are at price at the time. I'm going to be saying what I'm expecting and what price has done so far. So do well to subscribe so you get notified immediately. Thank you for watching.